So I gave her the P45 and then they lured me back down. I'm like, guys, I'm not meant to.
So you wanted to get
The incompetence. Can someone please arrest me?
Thanks for doing this, bro.
My pleasure.
I really appreciate it, man.
My pleasure.
Yeah, really appreciate it, man. I didn't know you was a doctor. You was a trained doctor.
I think the back, the back patch gave that away.
But you, like, I know, like, so.
I was a trained doctor.
Anyone watching this, my back is absolutely mashed up.
We're on. We started.
Yeah. We this is how we start.
We do.
Yeah, this is how we start.
It just keeps rolling.
But anyone watching, my back is absolutely finished. And Simon was like, "Listen, man, I've got a heat patch in my bag.
Still got the medicine bag." And they can strike me off, but they can never take my medicine bag.
You said to me, you was like, well, this is what I have when I'm on tour. So that's the bag you've always got with you.
That's the tour bag's got everything in.
Is it? So what else is in the bag?
There's some other medicines, shall we say.
What you got in there?
There's the pre-party, the after-party.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of boring stuff. I think people realise how boring, I can only speak for myself, comedians are. I often get tour managers who have done music and they're used to dealing with like 5 rock and rollers. They're getting the stuff in for them beforehand, like trying to drag them onto stage. Guys, come on, man. We got to get onto stage. Let's go. After party, the list of demands, the hotel smashed up. And then they come and do a tour with me. And I'm like, okay, let me know. Just knock on with 5 minutes before. Food, no, I've got my Tupperware. I'm good. Have you got a fizzy water? No, it's okay. Thank you.
When you're touring, you I'm assuming you've got all your bits and bobs, like in terms of, you got your heat patches, your medical stuff. And so are you quite like, because I don't need anything when I tour, apart from maybe just like, I used to want a towel because I was like, I want a shower maybe before. And you know, it's that time when you get some of these dressing rooms, you're like, mate, no one has showered here in 2 years.
The showers, they need to. I don't know where the Arts Council money is going, but it's not going on cleaning out the moss and the pubes.
You're like, nobody's showered here. It's not glamorous. You know, in my head, I thought touring would be glamorous. That's why I'd say, like, can I just have a towel? And then, you know, I think what I realize is when you tour, and you realize, you get what the tour costs, and you're like, hang on, so what? I thought the towel was just provided.
Nothing.
You got to pay for the towel.
Nothing.
£40 for a towel. They'll charge you.
And my tour manager, like, it's 40 quid. I'm like, I'm going to use my sock. It's fine. Just like,
So how are you when you tour? You got everything prepped and stuff like this?
There's chilled out people. Mo Gilligan.
Yeah.
And then there's people who are like, no, I need everything in the way I like it. And it's
have you got like an OCD, like the way you pack?
I'm not gonna say OCD. I'm not gonna slight the OCD. But
you're very
community.
like you got
I'm
everything.
particular.
Yeah.
I take a pillow with me. I take my own towel.
Okay. I take a pillow sometimes when I travel.
Right.
If I'm going long haul,
right,
then I will take a pillow.
Yeah. What's your cut-off point? Number of miles before you need your own pillow?
No, it is. Anything over like 10 hours, I need a pillow.
But badly. Overnight on tour, surely you...
can't take a pillow.
Right.
I tried to take a bag with as many less things as possible.
It's so much cooler to do what you... I wish I'd be like, yeah, I'm fine, whatever. That's cool.
I'm trying to think what's the randomest thing I take. Okay, the randomest thing I take at the moment, I've got a express coffee machine. So I can put the powder in it.
Nice.
And then thing it and I can make it a double espresso.
Nice.
That's like the one thing that I'm like, and I kind of need this.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I'd have put that second to a towel, but you've gone in with that and no towel. You like your coffee.
That's like my thing. I know I love my coffee. Especially, you know what it's like when you tour and you're like, I just need a coffee. But I know that the closest shop might be 20 minutes away.
And you're in the middle of Stoke.
Yeah, you're like, you're like, I just want my coffee, man. What's the randomest thing you take when you're on tour?
Randomest thing I take, oh my God.
Or what can't you live without?
I've just found a winning formula. Do you know, as you get older, you just get more confident in what you like, right? So you're not afraid. I've got this, I like this pillow.
Yeah.
I don't like that pillow.
Yeah.
I like this pillow. It's so uncool.
Yeah.
But kind of being comfortable with yourself is quite cool.
Yeah.
So
do you take blankets?
I don't take blankets. But if I needed one, I wouldn't be ashamed to take a blanket. But that we'll then move to the stage. Just, dude, you've got a hotel that you're carrying with you. I wonder about that. You know, you take the vans, the sleepers. You know, you see on TikTok. This is my van.
Yeah.
And
they're going to travel in a van.
They use like a 0.5 lens to make it look like it's livable.
Do you think that kind of that preparation came from you? Because you was like was you a trained doctor? Then you qualified as a doctor, right?
A lot of training.
Yeah.
Not much doctor.
How many years training was it? Because I know the training is
6.
6 years. Raw, you're a doctor, bruv. Come on,
I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor.
6 years of training. That's a doctor.
I was a doctor.
Really?
Yeah.
What I don't want to say what was your field in, because like the training is what, like,
so you do the training.
Is it 4 years you go to uni and then you do another 2 years additional?
5 years.
Yeah.
And then I was on the wards. This is Dr. Brodkin. He's got his own pillow with him. But yeah, so I did it. The poor patients.
When did you stop then? Would you just left and was like...
Years ago, man. Like, I only did 1 year.
Like in the hospital?
You worked in retail.
Right. Yeah.
And then you look back at that, do you think, what was I doing? What, like that?
No, I just had to do that. My mum was like, you got to pay the bills. Right. So I was like, this is what I've got to do.
Right.
But do you know that I think the thing is with retail is that I was also doing stand-up on the side.
Right.
So it was, like retail was paying the bills.
It was like your restaurant. It was like I'm going to be a waiter. I'm going to sell.
Yeah, I know I could get any retail job.
Right.
I know that sounds cocky, but I worked in...
I've heard cockier things. I can work in any of the top 10
I swear to you, I could, as long as I knew what I was talking about.
Yeah. Well, it's not like you're expecting that from someone. Yeah. It's not like when I go in to like a top man for them to actually know. They just go, that looks great.
No, I was good.
Great.
Do you know why?
Are you sure I'm not too small? No, that looks great, mate.
No, I was good. You know why I say this, yeah? Because when I was working retail, especially menswear, I was very good at just like, someone could come up to me and be like, listen, man, I need a top.
Yeah.
I'm going out. So I'm like, what's the vibe?
Yeah.
So already they're like, yeah. So it's like, mate of mine, it's a stag. I just want to get like a nice shirt, but like nothing too expensive. I'm like, listen, come, like, we got some sale ones, man. Like, these ones ain't all that. But nice. And already they're like, you know what? I appreciate you've even showed me the sale ones.
Care puts you in an elite.
And then what I do as well, I'll be like, listen, you're better off buying one of these if it's a stag. Yeah. But if you want to wear it more than once, let me show you these ones. And then look what might go well with it.
I want to go shopping with you.
Yeah.
How much for a private session with you now to pull you out of retirement?
Stylish, you know?
Pull out of retirement. You should have that. You know, on Cameo, they do like messages. I will do a shopping session for you.
I would.
£1,000. You're good at it.
I always thought like retail, like, do you know what it was with retail? I think that what I used to hate was when it used to feel like, you know, you get the managers and be like, we got to do stock take and how much have you not sold and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, I know this place needs to make money. I get that, innit? But I was always like come on, man, the customers though, innit? Do you know, we really tap into these customers.
The best thing you can do is probably slag off something there, so then you get their trust. Go, listen, I'll be honest with you, they're overpriced.
Ooh.
And they're like, oh my God, I like this guy.
Yeah, that's
now
the one.
I can trust him.
Yeah.
He's just said the socks are overpriced.
Yeah, or you say, you know what, this is the same suit as that.
Yeah,
basically. It's just a different thread count in the cotton, but you can't tell.
Brilliant.
Oh, yeah, really? Oh my God.
You know what you're good at? Fucking blagging is what you're good at.
Yeah, no, I was sent. So like, in terms of you was a trained doctor. So
yes.
But I just trying to, so how did you go from that?
I love the way your brain is just like, what the fuck?
No, because bro, I don't mean.
Doctor. Like, hang on, let me just ask you again. You're a doctor. You're looking at the notes here. It says he was a trained guys. It says he's a trained doctor. We got the wrong notes. This guy.
I'm trying to
If it helps you, I was fucking awful at it. It was not for me.
You get better being a doctor, I assume, no?
But you get better as you go on.
Yeah. Or did you just feel like it just wasn't for you?
Well, are some of the patients who are no longer with us. That's the answer. That it's not for me. When I look back at it, I'm like, it's just the square peg round hole.
Yeah.
You know, it's and I loved the training. The training was fun because 5 years. Do you go to university?
Yeah.
So it's fun. Right, it's fun.
Yeah,
it's 5 years of fun.
So did it feel real once that's it? You're in the hospital
you're
now.
in. So it went from hanging out with my mates doing the bare minimum to get by.
Yeah.
Like I had to work hard. My mates just sit on their bed. Do you have mates like that who just take in a book by just looking at it?
Yeah, yeah.
And I was there in my room, like post-it notes everywhere, looking like some serial killer. But don't come in.
Yeah.
I got to focus, right? And then so that was fun, apart from the exam bits, and then doing the actual doctoring bit. That's
took all the joy out.
NHS is hardcore. NHS is crumbling buildings. If you think backstage on tour is bad, you should see the showers for junior doctors. It's hard. It's long hours. You're not getting paid a lot at all.
So where did the comedy, that's going to be the route in, or what?
Well, the comedy, I was always funny. I mean, I would get chucked out of lectures for making silly jokes.
Yeah. Did you go to Edinburgh?
Edinburgh Festival, yes.
Yeah.
So that happened, you're saying from medicine to comedy. This is the start. This is where I'm now getting the name of the podcast. We have beginning, middle, end.
Come on, bro.
He just snuck that up on me. This guy's a professional. I see what he's done there. So I just didn't know anything about comedy. I just knew I was funny. I knew I really wanted to do it. And I knew the medicine was just, I don't know about you, but if I'm all in. Like I'm either doing something and I'm just, that is everything, or I fall out of love with it. And the medicine, I just knew my heart wasn't in it. And you've really got to want it. And the comedy, even though I didn't know what, I was like, I've got to do that. And then it was a 1-year contract as a junior doctor, and that ended. I drove back to London. I was in Manchester. Drove overnight to London, rung on my parents' house, like, guys, I'm moving back. They were well happy, obviously. Yeah. And then I put together videos of me just doing characters. I didn't know what I was doing at all. And then I sent them to these production companies. I did not know what I was just fucking blagging. It was almost great that I didn't know. It's like, if you knew, if I'd have known what is involved, I'd be like, don't be stupid, I'm not doing that. But because I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah. Of course, do comedy. Yeah. And then a couple of people, it was actually Channel 4 that got back to me like straight up, we like this, come in. So before you know it, I was on television, totally out my depth, doing a character thing. And it was like spotting someone with decent talent, then putting them in the Premier League. I'm like, what's going on? What
was the first character that you done?
The first character was a doctor. Guess where I got that idea from? Right? He's great, this guy. His imagination knows no bounds. He used to be a doctor, and now he's doing a doctor. So I was this Iraqi doctor, and the show was called From Baghdad to Balam.
Okay.
About this, because one of the videos that I put together that impressed them was me busking on the tube as this Iraqi doctor who couldn't get a license over here.
Yeah.
So he was just busking on the tube. Right? And we had a mate of mine was filming the thing on the tube, and I was singing silly verses to Beatles tunes and just enjoying it. I couldn't play the guitar. I don't know what I was doing, but it was clearly funny.
It's mad because I feel like now, like you see that stuff all over social media. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, especially with the stuff that's like outside, like someone on the tube.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? And stuff. Whereas I feel like back then, because you needed like to put it on a YouTube or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Thank you for putting my stuff in perspective. Back then, it was funnier than it sounds now. Thank you.
No, but I think, do you know what it was? I think because comedy had different places for it to like you know, television was where you would see like let's say like a Dom Jolly, for example, doing like some of the prank stuff, or Jackass. Jeremy Beadle.
Yeah.
And now it's like social media where you got, I don't know if you've seen the guys who've got the little binoculars and you look at the people on the phone.
Yeah,
and then they turn away
Yeah.
and stuff. It's that silly
now,
stuff.
if you're on the tube and someone isn't doing something through Instagram, you're like, this is weird.
Yeah.
Someone going to prank me on this or what? Speak to the guy at the tube. There was no one on Instagram on my carriage. So
it wasn't there then. So what year are we talking roughly?
Early 2000s.
Because then after that, you had the Lee Nelson show.
So that must have been. Let's get my timelines. So that must have been that. So then one of the characters I did was Lee.
Was that from a person?
They're all from people, right? Your characters are from people, right?
My character's always a bit like caricatures of like someone like I know this person, but I also know I don't know this person, but I know their surroundings. Does that make sense?
What do you mean by surroundings?
So like even the geezer character that I do, that character is not based on anyone I properly know.
Right.
But I know people when the sun is out, they're like, fucking hell, it's fucking bacon in here. Jesus Christ, what are we doing here? It's like fucking, is the sun here? And I know those people. I know how they sound. I know the stuff they like. I know how they take the piss. But it's not like based on like a...
No, but you would have absorbed that from 100 people you've seen over the years, distilled into that. So that's what all the good characters are.
Yeah,
not
definitely.
One...
But it was definitely like from just... people around the area and stuff, and you hear it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like when you done the show, and that was the character that was the one that like kind of took off, because you had other characters as well.
Had other characters.
I really used to like, the one the football character you done,
Jason Bent.
Bruv, that one.
There we go, lads.
That was so cool.
So that was like an amalgamation of Beckham, Rooney,
that was cold,
Gerrard.
Man. Yeah.
So then I did these characters, and then suddenly I was introduced to stand-up comedy, which sounds mad. But I was television. That was so. Then the Edinburgh Festival, and I did a show up there with different characters. One of them was Lee.
Yeah.
BBC Three were like, we'll have a bit of that. Lee Nelson's Well Good Show.
Yeah.
With Jason Bent, with Dr. Bob, which originated as the Iraqi doctor.
Yeah, yeah.
And that blew up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How was it having like your own show? Like, what was that like?
Yeah.
Because I feel like, you know what it was, right? BBC Three was so good at that time because that a show would be on and they would just keep putting the show on.
BBC Three was exciting, wasn't it? BBC Three
it was like, like you go to bed and you put on BBC Three. Do you know what I mean? And I felt like there was, like you had like comedy on there, you had like maybe like a drama, but you had like, bits of sport every now and then and stuff. But it was like, okay, cool, I'm going to go bed. I'm going to put this on and I get to watch all the shows I like. Do you know what I mean?
It had some balls. It had most definitely, man. It felt like it had its identity.
It felt like if I wanted a show, that's where I wanted it to be. Do you know what I mean? It definitely
spoke to a whole generation.
What was it like for you at that time?
I mean, I wasn't sort of basking in the glory going, I was head down doing the thing. I remember the first show was half empty. No one came to the show on the pilot.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you do it at Television Centre?
I did it at in Hammersmith.
Oh, okay.
What's those studios called?
Is it is it Riverside?
Riverside.
That one, yeah.
Riverside Studios. And that was always funny. We had to cover like half of the thing with like a black cloth.
Yeah.
And then the difference then it kept picked up. So it was a lot of fun. It was, I mean, those shows were me genuinely having fun.
Yeah.
I remember the cut through when I was doing stand-up because I'd start doing the stand-up and I'll do it as Lee and then Edinburgh and then the show. I was still doing the stand-up. People think you get on TV. It's like, well, the chopper will pick you up, sir. You stay there. Now you're on television. You ain't, let me take your shoes off, sir. It's like you carry on everything. Did you
find that like there was a bit of animosity towards you because you had kind of done the thing and then you're now going over to stand up. Does that make sense?
Oh, I see.
Because normally the transition's different. Yeah.
I mean, if there was, I didn't feel it. I remember going through Leicester Square one day, and Friday night. Yeah. Probably a few of your character were out.
Yeah.
A few geezers.
Chatting, right? Bruv, you're right.
And I remember performing. I was going to perform at a comedy club in Leicester Square, a little comedy club. And do you remember the 99 Club? Remember the 99 Club? It was in the where it used to be with the comedy stores.
Yeah.
And I'm going there, and I was, when I did my stand up, I would wear the Lee tracksuit. Yeah. Right. That was
so you would turn up in the tracksuit?
I would turn up in the tracksuit.
Oh, swear.
Yeah. That was just. I was like. It was, you know, first of all, again, backstage. Yeah. Guys, can I have 2 minutes just to get change? Yeah. None of that, right?
You turned up in the tracksuit.
That's just because it's funny. But because I wanted to do character comedy. So if you do character comedy,
you stay as the character.
I didn't turn up. I didn't talk like Lee. Yeah. But I've got to wear the tracksuit. It wasn't like some mental tracksuit, but I turn up in the.
So you'd walk the streets as the character?
Walk the streets as the character.
Oh, that's insane.
And which is funny. And I remember someone shouting, goes, "Hey, Nelson!" Right? "Hey, Nelson!" Right? And this group of lads, probably about 3 pints down, right, on the front, they go, "You can't!" Right? In that way that British people use that word, lovable.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, why did... Oh, I'm on television. That was the moment I go, it's something's cut through here.
Wow.
That was the first of multiple times of being called a cunt fondly, Mo. I remember the third cunt calling was, can we say this word? It's probably a bit...
Yeah, you can say this word.
You can bleep it if you want. We want everyone to be listening.
You're good, man. Don't worry.
I've had some funny scrapes for that, dressed as Lee, because before I was on television, I went out again doing the stuff like with the doctor character on the tube. I was just like looking, let's get some stuff. Let's just have some fun. And I went, I think it was near Highbury. We went out there, right? And I went with my mate. And we're like, just film some stuff of Lee. And we're like, oh, yeah, well, right. Hey, guys, yeah. I'm just like, let's graffiti some stuff, yeah? Right? Early Lee was just like this, yeah, right? And so we brought these spray cans with us, right?
Yeah.
And we went up to things that were already graffitied. I'm a good boy, Mo. I didn't want to graffiti them. I was just pretending to graffiti. So we'd go to somewhere that already graffiti on and be like, yeah, there we go. Yeah, get that in. Funny, right? And the guy comes out of his house with a knife and is like, that's my fucking van, bruv. You been spray painting it, you fuck. Because to be fair to him, if I saw someone with a graffitiing can, with a spray can,
the same person,
I'm like, no, it's not. How do you prove you're not? I'm in the tracksuit. I've got the
spray can and everything. Oh my
I remember
God.
as a desperate thing, I was going, do you remember herbal cigarettes? You get herbals like, these are these are herbals. These are herbals. Please.
Did he believe you?
No, the police were called, and then the police basically had to decide who to believe. And I think they knew this guy was a bit of a menace.
Okay.
So they sided with us, but it was really funny because they looked back at the footage, and some of the footage we had was for me pretending to graffiti stuff earlier in a different place.
Yeah,
so it just doesn't look very good. The police must have hated this guy so much.
So let me ask you, right? You've done these characters and then you started like, some of your stunts, bro, are absolutely insane, man. Like to the point where like I sit there and I'm sure everyone says, how, one, did you come up with the concept and how did you execute? Because it's one thing to come up with something, but bro, your stunts are like, there's stunts and then there's your stunts. Do you know what I mean? Like the one that I always think about, that FIFA one with the money.
The money, yeah.
Bro, that was insane. Because you know what I think was really interesting? When you started like doing the stunts, because a lot of us had kind of grown up and watched, like your character comedy, but then the stunts were like, oh, raw, like, I knew you for the comedy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you started doing the stunts, it was like, oh, rah. Before you get into it, how do you even come up with the idea? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because they're funny, they have a statement, but they're also like, how have you done that? How do you start? Do you write it? Do you have an idea? Like, you know, how did it come around with the FIFA idea?
I think it's just it's like writing a joke. It's like, wouldn't it be funny if Sepp Blatter and everybody's obviously just getting bribed? Wouldn't it be funny if I like bribed him in front of everyone? Like that, and then you're off and away. Oh, let's do that as Jason, because he could like, and you know, Beckham's, I'll make Jason like, what's the worst country in the world, right? North Korea. Let's make him the football ambassador for North Korea.
Yeah.
Giving Sepp the money for the World Cup, and then it just got, and then the idea, I guess they stem from reality clashing with comedy.
Yeah,
so you just throw in some comedy into the real world moment.
But how did you get the access to then get to the? Do you know what I mean? I don't know if you want to reveal the.
Well, there's probably less to it than people think. It's you know, determination, blagging, planning. I can be obsessive.
Yeah.
A man who carries his own pillow is probably is going to be an overthinker, right? So overthinking nightmare, sometimes great when you're trying to prank presidents. So just what if, and can I, and do this, and you know, just keep, Do you
ever fear for your safety though? Because in some of the places you're doing these stunts.
I mean, in hindsight, because the number of people who said, don't you fear for your safety? I'm like, I think I should have feared for my safety, but it's a bit late now.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's been some. The one I actually did, the one I thought, hang on, I probably could get shot here. I need to be careful. Is with Theresa May.
Yeah,
Prime
you
Minister,
gave her the P45.
Because when I gave her the P45.
Insane.
At the Tory party conference. And so that was, I thought if you get close to a British head of state, they're like, no messing around, that, right? Or at least the red dot on you. You're like, guys, sorry, it's just being silly here, guys. But all that happened is clearly, I don't know where James Bond was that day, but he wasn't anywhere near, because I gave her the P45 and I just got lowered back down into the pool of people up front.
Did you get arrested?
I did, eventually, because you got to push it. So there's no point in planning a stunt. If you're not getting arrested, as they say in the stunt game, you ain't pushed it far enough. So I gave you the P45 and then they lowered me back down. I'm like, guys, I'm not meant to.
So you wanted to get arrested?
The incompetence. Can someone please arrest me? So then I turned around and went over to Boris, and he's hanging around. Boris, that went marvellously, absolutely as we planned. Good man.
What did Boris say?
He just looked at me and went, I think he said, a complete and utter tool or something. Or he said pillock. That's it. He said massive pillock. I mean, he's a pretty big pillock himself, so I think he knows what he's talking about. In the pillock game, he's the don. So and obviously he was trying to sort of pretend, because obviously the P45 was it was from Boris, I think, to get for Boris to be in next, which everyone knew was happening. Everyone knew Boris was going to take over. So then this happens. He's like, absolutely not. And that's when people are like, okay, he's just given that seemed not quite right. But now he's slapping Boris Johnson on the thigh and saying, good work. I think this guy isn't meant to be here.
How good does it feel for you though when like you do these stunts and then they're on like the 10 o'clock news? Because that's normally, I feel like how a lot of us find out about, because you might see the clip maybe on social media and the pictures, but you're like, oh, this hit the 10 o'clock news. That is the first story. Do you know what I mean?
It was
bow. You're like, wow. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I probably should have filmed the cup. I should have done a bit more Like, I should have like, filmed it, put it on my YouTube, wherever. I was just like, let's just have a laugh. Let's just do it. And then I get, and so I actually I remember getting back from that one. So it was in Manchester, and I got back home, and as you say, it's a good day at work. As pranksters go, you've had a good one. You've involved the Prime Minister, you've slapped Boris Johnson on the thigh, you've got on every news channel, you're headlining the news, and you're out at home before dinner. That's a good day at work.
So you sat home and you watched it on the news?
I didn't watch it on the news because, and I remember coming into my kids and I was like, guys, have a listen to this. And I turned on, I think they were like doing Play-Doh or something. And I was like, turned on the radio. I was like, as you said, dong. Yeah. Simon Brodkin, that's Daddy, and they just fucking couldn't have given less of a shit. I was like, okay, back to. I can see why I do these pranks now. Just get out of the house. I'm a don out there. But yes, I will help you make a fruit salad with your Play-Doh. Okay.
What's been like your most like challenging one that you've ever done? Like, because I know, like, I feel like the FIFA one and the Theresa May one are like, they're the ones that I was like, I don't know how you done that. But also I kept thinking to myself, how does no one recognize you? Do you know what I mean? Yes. Like, is there anyone that feels like, hey, hang on a minute? Or maybe they're just like, hey, let him do what he's doing.
People are polite.
Do you know what I mean?
They're like, I think.
Yeah.
Most of the people there are probably going, I hope he's going to prank someone.
What's been your most like, okay, that was a challenge to pull off?
The Trump one was meticulous planning. And I talk about that. Actually, that was for a Channel 4 show. Yeah. Where they were following me around for a year while I did some got on Britain's Got Talent as a rapping rabbi. Yeah. As you do. Got on and then did the Trump one with the Nazi golf balls. And then what was the other one on that one? Oh, the Philip Green, when I renamed his boat the BHS Destroyer. Oh, yes. So that one, yeah. But the Trump one, that was meticulous. Some of them are just pure blagging. Yeah. On stage with Kanye. Blag till you get on stage. Whereas the Trump one was like, kind of, wow. Yeah, that was, how are we going to get the balls? What about this? How are we going to get across that? Like, that was meticulous.
Is there ever been, the stunt where you're like, nah, that might be not like too far, but that's too hard, or my life might be in danger, or I don't know if I can do that. Do you know what I mean? Where you've got to say no to something.
Putin's always been on the wish list. It'll be my last ever stunt.
I think
right?
that's
He's bowed out on a high. Yeah, he's given his service. right. He knew he was going down. It's like the equivalent of a kamikaze pilot in Japan. Yeah. Like he knew he was going to get it, but he still went for it. He pulled down Putin's kegs.
Do you know what's
He pants-cooped Putin.
But you know what's like? It's the fact that like you still keep doing it, but on top of that, you still you do stand up as well. You do world tours and stuff as well. And like, do you ever find like when you are touring that you have an audience that are like, well, I've seen you on that video. Yeah. And I'm coming to your tour. And are you going to speak about this on tour, or do you know what I mean?
It's been interesting because people will still think my name is Lee Nelson. Probably shouldn't have worn the tracksuit off stage.
I can't lie, back in the day, I thought your name was Lee. We know.
Right.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Right. People think that it's Lee. And you know what? I'm happy if anyone's talking to me. Yeah. But people come up to me and go, mate, what have you been? Are you doing comedy anymore? I'm like, dude, I'm working my balls off doing my tour. Why has no one told you? So there's
like, Simon, you do, you've had your show with your characters and stuff, where you still now to this day, like some of those sketches are still going viral and are still doing numbers. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You have your stand-up as well, which again, those clips do well and then they go viral. And then you have your stunts, so you got like 3 facets to what you do as well. Do you know what I mean?
Which is great, but people are like, who are you? If you were to stop people in the street and they did recognize me, they would. Some people go, he's the Lee guy, and some people go, no, he's the stunt guy, and some people go, no, I've seen his stand up on Insta, and so it's kind of funny to get that mess. Try and go, no, I'm the guy who did these things, because this is. You talk beginning, middle, end. Obviously, it's not an end, but my most the thing I'm most passionate about right now is doing the stand-up. You know, I'm saying I'm all in, and I'm all into the stand-up. I'm loving the stand-up because that was a real change. So I did the stuff in character, and then I'll do the pranks in character-ish, and then doing the stuff as myself. That was the big, hard breakthrough where I had the channels as myself because I was always at Lee Nelson, right? At Jason Bent, at Jason 9 Bent. And then doing the stuff as myself to start again. I did stuff at Up the Creek, which is, I know you do a lot of stuff there, right?
Yeah, I always do like little work, you know, I say little, I do my work in progresses there, brunch shows and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, you've made it when you got a brunch show. I love that.
Do you know what? I love doing the brunch shows, man. Because you know why? I think I met so many people that would come to shows and then be like, oh, like we've got to go because we've got the kids. And I started realizing, I was like, oh, my audience are in that place where, you know, they've got something going on in the evening and they want to come to this and they can get the babysitter and whatnot. So the brunch show was like the middle because I was like, I can't do this on a Saturday in the evening because I can't even be there. Do you know what I mean? Not in a rude way, but you're like, I want to have my weekend. I want to like chill at my mum's house or whatever. So the brunch was like, and it allowed comics to be like, oh, I can do a show in the afternoon, chill out and do 2 in the evening or whatever. Clever. Do you know what I mean?
And is the atmosphere...
Oh yeah, it's rocking, man. Yeah, you got to come and do one whenever you want to. Just let me know. Yeah, come and it's a really nice vibe. You know, it's what I like about it as well is seeing like my age mates and everyone's drunk at like 2:00.
Amazing.
And everyone, the vibe. I'm like, oh my god, we tried it as like let's just see if it works.
Yeah,
because it was less of the I'm coming from work and then you know you get to 9:00 and you know it's like after like 9:30 you see your audience and you're telling material and you're like. You see someone go like this and they go,
yeah. Late shows at the comedy store.
Oh man. So it really worked. Do you know what I mean?
Nice.
For us. How are you finding, because you've got your new tour, which starts as well.
New tour.
Another world tour.
New tour.
How are you feeling for this? Because, you know, is there a part of you that wants to, you know, whether it's, you know, do the stunts, you know, you got big time, you know, America and stuff, World Cup is happening and stuff. And we never know when we're going to see you do. Do you know what I mean? It's not like you don't announce it. It's just like.
Got a stunt coming up, guys. Keep your eyes peeled for Donald Trump in 2 weeks.
Yeah, there's never like, guys, check out Wimbledon. It's going to be eventful. Do you know what I mean? But you're definitely like a pioneer in that space because it's like we was talking like a little bit before of people doing stuff on Instagram and stuff where, you know, now you get your camera phone and a mic and you can do that stuff. But some of the things you do have inspired a whole generation. Do you know what I mean? And off the back of that, you know, you're like, I could double down on that, but I'm also doing my stand-up, which is a big tour, you know?
It's, I mean, creatively, you know what it's like. You want to keep things fresh. You want to keep moving. Plus, if I get arrested one more time, I'm not sure I've got the American visa left in me. So you got to be a good boy. Otherwise, Uncle Donald doesn't let you come to his house.
Do you think they'll let you over there?
I hope so. Yeah. I mean, that was a sweaty moment. Actually, getting the American visa was like, no, I haven't done anything at all. Nothing to the president. I like the guy. God bless America. So yeah, this big tour, Unleashed. As I say, it started off putting out the clips of little gigs up the creek and whatever, and people they were liking it. You're never sure when you do a new thing whether people are gonna.
But your clips go viral a lot, man.
You know
what I mean? They do like numbers, man,
which is really fucking great. Obviously, we're all doing this for attention.
Yeah, it's true. Let's say how it is. It's true, man.
Notice me.
See it, man. Help me sell tickets. See what I'm doing right now.
Exactly. So yeah, this is so it's got. I think Sweden, Australia, and then the UK starts in September. Biggest ever tour, Unleashed, proper, you know. And I just want this to be the last tour. Screwed Up was people loving it, and it rolled and rolled, and we had 3 Apollos and 8 Leicester Squares or whatever. I know you're a big time O2 guy over there. Big time O2 guy looking at me going, 3 Apollos.
No,
that's sweet. That's
Apollo's do you know? I think Apollo is my favorite place to do in London. That's that's like it's such a sweet place to do.
It's the biggest small theatre.
But it's like the raw you get is unmatched. I think the O2 for me is I don't know. It's like there's a part of you that's like, can I do it?
Of course.
And I think it always used to feel like a shadow.
Really?
To be like, I don't know if I can do it. But then the minute I'd done it, and I was lucky enough to do it last year, I was like, I don't know if I can do it again. But then a part of that shadow was like, you can't. So that was the reason why I was like, I'm just going to do it again.
Nice.
We might not sell out, but it's to just see if we can.
That's interesting.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, like going to like a creek, you know, doing like, you know, it's like 200 and
that's
it's nice and closed in.
That's
where we find our magic. Do you know what I mean? Where we come up with a thing and we're like, oh, that person really liked it over there. Maybe I can extend 100%. It out or see how it works. The big shows are great, but there is something in that small space 100%. That gives you your
it's like
magic.
Making love. Past a certain number of people in the room. It's good to tick it off your list, but it just isn't as good.
I want to agree, but my girlfriend watches this and she's like, "What is that? What you think?"
It was my idea, not Mo's.
Can I ask you something? What's been like your favorite thing to do because I feel like, you know, you've had your TV show and you've done, you know, like I said, like iconic TV shows that a generation like myself has watched and been like, oh, raw, like that's, you know, character comedy. We don't even really get that on television anymore.
Yeah.
And the fact that you was on BBC Three at a time, and also because it will cross over on like BBC One and stuff, but it was at a time which was like, the shows that came out at that time were like, oof. Yeah, I remember when I was like, I want to have a show. If I get it on BBC Three, that's where you want to have a show. And then it's the fact that, you know, you have these amazing stunts that, again, it's, you know, there's no better place to have your stunt shown on the 10 o'clock news in the UK.
I don't need a TV show.
But also, it's like...
it's already a show.
But also, you got to remember, it's like your stunts, people will still watch it now. And it's still... Do you know when it's still relevant? It's not just like there's that thing that happened. It's not a streaker at Wimbledon. Do you know what I mean?
I thought about that.
Yeah.
That went into the reject pile. I looked in the mirror. I'm like, I think leave that for next year.
But, you know, like, I feel like there's some that we see, you know, I think there was one not so long ago when someone ran onto, I think it might have been an NFL game or a football game and they had a sponsor on or something like that. But it's like we've seen that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We never seen someone throw money at Sepp Blatter at the FIFA.
And I warmed up with the City team. That was fun.
Oh, yeah. You took a picture with them.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that. And they were all like, who's that?
It's really funny, wasn't it? Yeah. And joined the England team. Remember?
Yes. Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm a let's move on. Let's keep going. Next. So the thing that I'm now excited about
is the stand-up.
I'm like a kid with when they get the new toy.
Yeah,
so
I'm
nah, don't want that. I want this. So the stand-up now, that's feeding
Does that for you feel like, not like the one to crack for some reason, but does it feel like there's a niche there? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To be like, okay, cool. Like, I know you like this. Because the really reason why I asked, because when I started doing the characters on social media, I was like, this is great. And people will come up to me and say, a couple of cans. We like the blood clot, Julie. And it gets hot. It's the thing that people say to me, which I'll always be, you know, I'm so blessed that people even, you know, people can call you a cunt in the street if they wanted to, but like people, they're doing it with joy. Do you know what I mean? But also I knew that I was like, the thing that I love doing is stand up.
Right.
And if that can, that's going to be the thing that will probably take me around the world and I can do from now until I'm old and stuff. Is that the same itch for you in some ways?
I think you're wiser than me and you knew about stand-up and knew about those things. So for me, this is like a new thing. So I haven't been doing it that many years.
Yeah.
I didn't ever do stand-up as myself until I tried it a few years ago.
Yeah.
A few months after the Theresa May thing. And I was like, I want to give this a go because I was on stage doing stuff as Lee.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm sure that bit of banter I'm sure I was doing that. Wasn't Lee. That was, and I just wanted to give it a go. And then that is, I'm like, wow, this is cool. This stand-up's great. You can write about anything, talk about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you say, go around the world. If it's going well, that's a good job. Yeah. That beats being a junior doctor.
Yeah. How do you start to look at like your, you know, what you want to do in the future, like in terms of like your legacy? Because I feel like you've done so much already. Do you know what I mean? And I know that comedy also for you is the itch that you still want to scratch. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
But is there also a part of you that's like, oh, maybe there is to, you know, because you're going to get a new generation now who are, again, they're doing stuff on Instagram and stuff, and they're like, oh, we've seen that. That's where you can take it. Do you know what I mean? What's that for you? Because I know you know, when you do like your comedy and your announcements, your wife and your kids are involved as well. Do you know what I mean? And is that a path you feel like whether they want to take, you want to say, hey, listen, it's great, but this is what comes with it. Do you know what I mean? There is the good side, but also the bad side of this is very stressful. It's very hard. And people might know as one thing and might not know you as another thing. Do you know what I mean?
So you're saying like, what am I most passionate to move forward with?
Yeah. Like in terms of like in the next 10 years, what would you, or not even that actually, what would you tell the 26-year-old junior doctor who's like, listen, bro, I watch all your stuff and I want to do stand-up and I've watched the sketches, I love your stand-up, and yeah, like...
I'd say don't be a selfish arsehole, stay in the NHS, all right? There's fucking people are dying in there, all right? Don't follow your dreams, you idiot. Help that poor woman who needs a new hip. I'd say to like anyone, if you got to do what you're passionate, you got to do what you love, and take some risks. Yeah, you know, go for it.
And what would you say to your, like, let's say if your younger kids wanted to, you know, follow in your footsteps?
Yeah, I think that's the funny thing about kids, and they push back against whatever the parents ask. They're probably just like accountants, grey suits. But they start swearing with your kids early. Just a little tip there, because then it's just the least cool thing to do. Yeah, I'm like getting home vaping. Like, guys, bong, anyone?
You've seen the worst.
No, they don't want to do that, right? They don't want. That's so uncool. So, yeah, I mean, whatever. You got to follow what brings joy to you. Because when what's the hardest thing I'm going to do? Travel for miles, get there into some crappy hotel and realize I've forgotten to pack my pillow. If that's the worst my job is, it's pretty freaking cool. Yeah. Right. So all the stress, of course, the stress is, stand up, you're there. It's a little bit like a duck. You're meant to look just completely effortless under the water. Yeah. Whether that's in the moment or the 5 years that have been building up to that. But those stresses compared to, it's not a proper job, is it? Let's be honest. This isn't, it's a joy to do. And that's where, bigger tours, more countries, making the world laugh. That's the plan.
And do you love it?
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Because I know comedy is you can put you in such a hard place sometimes where, you have this love-hate for it, where you're like, love it now, but summertime when you're trying to do a gig and people are like, I'm outside, I'm outside in the park and I'm like, oh, I can't stand this job, man. Yeah. But honestly,
hence the brunch gigs, you've cracked it.
Oh, man. But honestly, bro, it's such a pleasure to have you on the pod, man.
Back at you.
Like, bro, like, when I mean, like, I grew up watching, like, your show. Do you know what I mean? And then especially, like, I wouldn't say you transitioned into, like, some of those sketches, but seeing the epicness of those, they were, like, again, even now, I'm sitting there, like, how to execute it, but also the repercussions after it. And like you're saying, like you're a touring comic where you want to go to the States, and I know we was talking in America and stuff, but also you realize that could be an implication of, do you know what I mean, later on. But also there's such a generation of people that grew up watching your stuff, and again, to have a sketch of characters as a character comic as well is like,
your stuff's inspiring as well.
Oh,
absolutely
thank you, bro.
knocking it out on
man.
Instagram. The characters are
thank you, man.
absolutely bang on.
Oh, thanks, bro. That means a lot, man.
And to see you move from brilliant characters, brilliantly observed, brilliantly written, so naturally performed.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Is beautiful to watch. And then seeing the success that follows from your hard work online and smashing it there and being a bit of a pioneer there.
Oh, thanks,
brilliant,
bro.
Man.
No, I appreciate that a lot, man. Simon, it's been such a pleasure to have you on the pod, man. Thanks for coming on.
My pleasure.
Thank you for this thing in my back.
Is it feeling good?
Hey,
is it feeling good?
Working. It's really working, man. But bro, it's such a pleasure to have you on. You're absolutely a legend in your field, man. So to have you on here is a big pleasure for me and everyone associated with the pod. So this has been your beginning, middle, and end. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, man.
Hey, what's up? Thank you so much for listening to the podcast today. Now, a lot goes into making each episode. I know you hear my voice, but there's a team behind the scenes who help make it. And if you did enjoy it, I'd really, really appreciate it if you could show the love to them by giving us 5 stars. And if you also have the time, please leave us a review. It's always appreciated, and we love reading the comments. And of course, we want to keep making it better. Thank you for listening, and have a great day. Peace.